It's playoff time in Oklahoma City, and InsideThunder.com presents the Thunder Game Report, powered by Wheeler Whitlock Insurance Agency, giving you the best value for your insurance dollar.
Hi, I'm Randy Renner at Chesapeake Energy Arena for InsideThunder.com, and the Thunder have done it again to the San Antonio Spurs, beaten twice down in San Antonio, just like in 2012, and lo and behold, they come back to Oklahoma City and wallop the Spurs 2 straight games. On Tuesday night, it was Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant combining for 71 points. That's the second highest point total by a duo in the playoffs. Thunder win it 105-92. Westbrook with a heck of a night, 40 points, 10 assists, and 5 rebounds. That's the first time in the NBA playoffs that someone has had a night like that since Michael Jordan did it back in 1989. Kevin Durant had 31 points. The Thunder limited the Spurs to just 39.8% shooting. The Thunder dominated in the paint, and they also won the battle on the boards, and they destroyed the Spurs on the fast break, 21-0. So it was a pretty dominating performance tonight. Let's check out what everybody had to say from the podium.
Well, that was another good defensive game. That's one of the things that we wanted to do when we got back into our building is play the type of defense that we're capable of playing. I thought that was 2 good defensive games. We used our length and athleticism to disrupt their flow, and a lot of guys were involved. Russell, obviously, he had just a monster game. Points, assists, rebounds, low turnovers. Serge obviously came in and came back and had another good game, solid all-around game. Perk, I thought, was really good. 10 rebounds, 2 blocks. Guys, everybody chipped in. The defensive mindset was outstanding. We gotta keep focusing. We still got things to get better. We're going to watch the film tomorrow and figure out ways to improve and going into San Antonio, which is obviously a tough place to play.
Coach Michael Kennedy, Norman Transcript. Can you just talk about, you were talking about the defensive effort that you got. What's the biggest difference in these last 2 games and the defensive side compared to the first 2?
Well, one, we just played better. We talked about that was the biggest adjustment. We played better. We didn't play a good basketball game. Give them credit. They did well. I mean, they were making shots. They were scoring in transition. They were scoring in pick and rolls. They were scoring all over the 3-point line. Tonight, 0 points in transition. That was one of our keys going into the series, but we didn't accomplish that in the first 2 games, but we did that tonight. Our activity, our length, our quickness, our speed, and we played with great toughness tonight.
Scott, David Garrett, 107.7 The Franchise. Would you talk about your thought process during the injuries and their quick recovery? What was going on? Do you pay attention to that, or Coach, what's going on in the game? Just what happened in your line of thinking during Serge and Reggie's exits?
Yeah, I was a little worried with Reggie. When he heard it in the first 2 minutes, I didn't want to make a quick change to the lineup to get ridiculed. So I wanted to make sure that I can give him maybe a couple more possessions. But I liked Reggie coming back and trying to make another effort. It was a little too sore, so I decided to rest him as much as I can. But Russell has energy to play back-to-backs in the same night, as we all know that. So I wasn't really too concerned with that. We got Fish back there backing up if needed, but I thought his energy was outstanding. Russell's defensive toughness was really, I thought, set the tone in this game tonight.
Dean Blevins, News 9. Coach, can you talk about Jeremy Lamb? The thought that you did go with him, and if Reggie can't go, will you start him?
Don't know. I thought Jeremy came in, gave us a couple of buckets, got to the free throw line, we got a nice steal. He still has to keep playing with a lot of confidence and give us energy and make impact it on both ends. We expect two-way players, and we have to continue to focus on that. But I think he was solid tonight.
Yeah, Scott, when you left San Antonio a few days ago down 0-2, it didn't feel like 2012. You're back 2-2. Does this feel more like 2012 did with momentum and things going your way?
When we left San Antonio, we didn't feel good. it wasn't a good feeling. We were disappointed in ourselves. I was disappointed in myself. I was disappointed that we didn't play the way we're capable of playing. We're not even thinking about 2012. And that was a great year, a great time. We've moved on from that a few years back, or a few years now. The thing I love about our group is we've always been a bounce-back ability team. We always had the bounce-back ability. And that showed, unfortunately it took another game, but it showed that these last 2 games, we play with toughness, we play with energy, and we play together, and that's been our recipe. We're a good offensive team, we score enough points, but our defense is what really we hang our hat on, and I thought we did a good job defensively.
Scott, this is now 7 straight times you've beaten them with Surge. Why, when you're at full health, do you think you have so much success against them?
That's the question. No one really knows. We play well with Surge. Surge is a really good basketball player. He's gotten better in a lot of areas. Defensively, we can change some things up. We can do what we do with Surge in the lineup that we can't do with other guys. And we try to utilize his strengths and his ability to block shots and alter shots and mix things up, some of the schemes that we do.
Scott, Bob Berry, K4, the NBC in Oklahoma City, and the Sports Animal. Did you want to get your starters out of there and then just felt like you couldn't because of the way their deep reserves played, or what?
Well, they went with their reserves, and they're going to keep playing. And the thing about the reserves, they're great shooters. They throw 4 3-point shooters on the floor, and you have to play because they can make 3 shots in a row. That's 9 points. And if they get 3 stops, it could be a 9-0 run. I didn't like the way we finished, but I'm not going to let that disappoint what we done tonight. We had about 6 or 7 minutes that we just relaxed when they had their reserves in, but give them credit. They kept playing to the final buzzer, and that's what we talk about as an organization, and I'm sure they do the same.
Hey, Coach. Andrew Gilman, Fox Southwest. KD and Russ have obviously been involved offensively, but it seemed tonight that they were more engaged defensively. Is that how you saw it? Did you see them playing their best game of the series, complete game of the series, both of them?
Yeah, I thought the last 2 games we played as a group where we talk about being a two-way team, and it's just not talk. We have to have everybody participate in it, and we did that tonight. No matter who we threw out there, we competed on that defensive end. That's how we generate energy and generate offensive opportunities in transition. Russell was all over the floor. Like I said, he has energy to supply the whole room, and that's how he plays. That's when we're at our best, when he is locked in defensively. He's guarding a really good player. It's not easy. I thought Tony had a good start, but a lot of it wasn't. We didn't get into our coverage, and he was able to get into the paint and score around the bucket.
Scott, Jeff Kaplan, NBA.com.
Hey, Jeff.
Speaking of Russ, it's often said that KD is the leader of the team, but Russ is sort of the emotional spark plug, the emotional leader. How do you explain the way his teammates react when he is engaged like that? It just seems that everybody's speed picks up. How do you explain their reaction to his engagement?
To Russell or KD's?
To Russell. To Russ, yeah.
He's been leading us for a long time, and KD and Russell had a very difficult job leading an NBA franchise at 20 years old, 5 or 6 years ago, 7 years for Kevin. But they handled it well. They continue to stay steady and did their job every day, and that's what we talk about. I give them all the credit. They focus on being a good teammate to one another and to the rest of the guys. But Russell's passion for the game is something that we need, and he supplies us with that. And guys respond. He's emotional. He's been a terrific guy in timeouts and halftime. I thought he was another terrific game from all-around game tonight.
Back here, last question.
Coach, John Moss, ABC in Tulsa. One more question about Russ. When he's looking to pass as much as he was tonight with the 10 assists, how big is that for the flow of your offense, both in transition and then in half court?
Well, it's always a good balance. Russell's an attack player. He has to be able to score for us. But he's been terrific. The balance, averaging over 8 assists during these playoffs, I'm pretty sure. But tonight, 10 assists. We want him to be aggressive. We want him to attack, because that helps our other guys get open shots. Serge needs Russell to attack, because that's what he does. He finds Serge for easy open jump shots, and that's what we talk about. I'm glad we were able to execute it tonight. It was a great game, but we still, all we did was what we're supposed to do, win our 2 home games. We still have to go down there and win a game, and we're looking forward to the opportunity tomorrow or the next night to play a good 48-minute game. Thank you. Have a good night.
Russell, can you sense a night like that coming from film watching or scouting work, and how does a night like that evolve for you if it isn't something in scouting?
Nah, just defensively, man. I try to come in personally just with a defensive mindset of trying to help my team win, and, you know, the offense that comes to me. Kevin and those guys got me some open shots, and, you know, I was able to knock them down.
Yeah, Kevin, can you describe the difference in emotion, you guys going back to San Antonio from when you left San Antonio down to didn't have Serge, now you're back even and have Serge and playing really well?
You know, we just try to look forward, to be honest, and you know, we know how tough it is to go in there and get a W, but we're excited for this opportunity. You know, coming back home, we did what we were supposed to do. So we got to go on the road and handle our business. So of course, you know, we feel a little better, but we don't feel satisfied at all. You know, coming back to San Antonio. So we're looking forward to playing.
Russ, your superior defense the last 2 games means now that everyone will expect that every game. Talk about the balance of having to put so much energy into your offense and still play at that pace defensively.
It's something you got to do if you want to win. You know, Coach told us he needed maximum effort from us tonight, and, you know, it starts with me at the point guard position, and my job is to play both sides of the ball. And, you know, if you want to, you know, win a championship, those are things you have to do.
Guys, Scott Brooks said that when Serge is out there, you guys can do so much more defensively that you can't do when he's not there. What are some of the things you're able to do when he's there?
He's versatile at guard. You know, he can guard from 1 to 5, to be honest. Some possessions guard the point guard, and, you know, he can switch out on a lot of situations, and he's long and athletic. So we can use more, you know, lineups with Serge out there and play different ways. So glad he's healthy, he's back, and we're going to need him to continue to bring that energy and effort every time down the court.
Russell, starting with you, I think it was Shaq, one of the national people said they thought it was collectively the best game that you two have ever played together in the same game, regular season or playoffs. Do you feel that way, and what got you both going tonight?
I don't know. I wouldn't say that, but I just think, you know, myself and Kevin, you know, obviously we want to win and we want to get better. And, you know, tonight we came out defensive mindset. I thought we did a great job of just, you know, helping each other out defensively. And that led to us getting out in transition, getting open shots, and, you know, it looked easy for both of us.
Hey, Kevin. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know, to be honest. You know, we played so many games together, but we were just so focused on bringing that energy for our teammates. You know, we're the leaders. We set the tone, and they follow us. And Russell does a great job every single game of just playing with that fire and that force. And I just try to do the same things and, you know, have our teammates follow behind us. So I don't know about the best game we've ever played. You know, I think we have another level we can go to.
Hey, Kevin, not that you need Russ to rub off on you or anything like that, but when he's having a night like he did tonight, how much fun is that for you out there?
It's just fun to watch, you know. You know, for a guy to just go out there and just, you know how much he wants to win, and just to lay it all out there and play extremely hard every possession. I think that's more fun than seeing him score 40 points. Just you know, his focus on every possession on the defensive end, and you know, his poise on the offensive end. I think that's what's fun to watch. And you know, guys people outside of our team don't really look at that type of stuff, but, you know, that's something that we can definitely build on as a group, is watching him wreak havoc on the defensive end and offensively playing with such patience.
Guys, you guys on the outside, it looks like they have a tough time scoring against you. Do you guys feel the same thing on the inside when as a group collectively on the defense side? The second game, you guys held them to 39% field goal shooting.
Man, we just try to come in and you know, let our presence be felt. You know, they're a great team when they move the ball around, and, you know, you let them kind of run freely. And like I said before, I mean, once we, you know, use our athleticism, use our size, you know, use our strength, you know, it's at our advantage. And I think we're in a good position when we do things like that.
Guys, can you talk about the energy that you had to expel. We asked Pop why he didn't play his starters more, and he said Thursday. He's already looking ahead. You guys play, 45 and a half minutes. Russ, can you talk about fatigue and any concern about that?
Nah, I mean, our job is to worry about us, man. We got to win the game, regardless of who they have on the floor, regardless of, if they worried about the next game, we worried about tonight's game. We're young. We're going to recover, take care of our body, and be ready to play.
Guys, you guys have beaten them now 7 straight when you're fully healthy, 12 or 14 games. Is it benefit you to think about that, or is it benefit you to not think about that?
No, it's different now. It's playoffs, Western Conference Finals. It's different, We can't think about the past. We got to focus on right now and game by game. So, this team is well coached, obviously. Great group of guys. They make it tough on you, but we can't worry about that. We just got to focus on how we can get better. Going into the next game and just making sure we have all our focus and energy on every single play. So, we're looking forward to the challenge.
But as many of those guys were saying there, really nothing out of the ordinary has been accomplished. The Spurs won both of their games at home. The Thunder won both of their games at home. And so now the real work really gets started. The Thunder will head down to San Antonio, and they have to win at some point down there, either on Thursday night or on Monday night, if they can win here on Saturday night. So still a lot to be done, but all of a sudden now there's a lot of hope among Thunder fans that they can come back from another 0-2 deficit against the Spurs and wind up in the NBA Finals. We'll be with you all the way right here on InsideThunder.com.